All right, welcome to another session of DGX Compare. Today we're going to be doing a quick video. We're working with the Nemotron 3, and this is the 30 billion parameter model compressed down to 3 billion actual parameters. And today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing floating point 8. I normally work with NVIDIA floating point 4 because it's the most optimized for my system. But Claude Code said that this is actually faster. And so we're going to actually try it. Same routine. This device is set up with that DGX Spark over there. And this device is well, that's the host, and this is kind of just a follower. And we are logged into that local host from this device. So it's got the IP in there. And what we're going to be doing is doing something in parallel. As you can see here on this this platform, we're only at running maybe like what, 10%, and over here we're already running at 100% or close to 100% because it's actually hosting the actual model. So this one right here is running on that GN100, and so let's give it a try. So here it's going to be tell me about elephants, and here it's going to be tell me about our usual Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tyrannosaurus misspelled on purpose, and let's give it a look. Let's give it a run. This is a thinking model, so it could register a little longer when you're doing the prefill. Over here, you're seeing GPU utilization pop up there. Really, it's all the way up to 95%. It's still thinking. Over here, nothing's going on because you're just calling that server, and it's been a few seconds. Nothing's happened yet. Again, this is being hosted on a DGX Spark. Being served by OpenWeb UI. It's still spinning. I'm not happy with stuff like this, right? Like, my expectation is that because they're running on Spark devices, that it's faster. Okay, there we go. It's beginning to run. That looks like, I don't know, maybe 15 tokens per second. It's doable, but I'd expect a, we've run 120 billion parameter models and 70 billion parameter models compressed down, and the performance is similar if not faster. So I don't quite understand why Claude Code thinks that this floating point 8 is faster. Okay, as we can see here, the parallel query is also beginning to run. And again, the importance of us doing this is a lot of these metrics or these performance numbers are run on single node or single user experiences, and that's actually not realistic. In a small business, for example, you could have 2 or 3 or 4 parallel processes being done, and that's kind of what we're testing here. So this is a 2 node, or actually, well, 2 user experience. And if I were doing this from a day-to-day level, and I did my query and tell me about elephants on this device right here, and I still haven't gotten my information, that is not a good experience. That already has completed running, and this one still hasn't been served. So, yeah, Claude, not so happy with your recommendation. Let's see, it's been, what, 4 minutes now? And I still have nothing. And it's a very simple query. Tell me all about elephants. While that's going, again, we're still waiting. Let's go ahead and click on something here. How big is the Tyrannosaurus Rex compared to all the other predators? Oh, there we go. It started to draw. let's see how hot the system is. It's okay. It's not too bad. So the reason why I do this is to kind of showcase if you had a multi-node DGX setup at the office, and so that there's two separate nodes there, but you split it up so that they're not actually clustered together. I purposely declustered them. This would be your user experience. So this is, you'd actually use one of the Sparks as a host device or a host server that's just hosting the model and serving up the results. And you would use the other device as a typical client, or just as a separate dev box. And you wouldn't need to have a Spark actually, or a separate Spark system. Another Mac or a Windows device would suffice at a fraction of the cost, because essentially you're running it off of the server and the server is doing all the hard work. Now we have another video where we split up the experience where the actual heavy lifting was done on the Spark, and the actual serving of the actual serving of the model was done on an attached Mac Studio. The experience was not great because again, you're connecting the Mac via either the Ethernet, or in the case of that specific setup, we use Thunderbolt. And you could tell that although the experience with the Thunderbolt was fast in itself, when you're connecting over the wire, it's a lot slower. You're not utilizing the 800 megabits per second connection. It's down to like 200, or at the mercy of the Thunderbolt. Okay, this one's actually completed, and that's completed as well. Let's try it again. What are the main physical characteristics of elephants? I'll click on that, and then I'll do another query over here. And the reason why we test this over again is because now that you have the weights cached, it should be faster the second time around. So sure enough, right, here on the elephant side, it's faster. I don't understand why over there it's not faster. Let's take a look at the activity monitor and see how that's going. It's pretty busy, but not any more busy than usual. Okay. It's not too bad. It's just, yeah, I guess the model is probably slower. And again, this is floating point 8, and not NVIDIA floating point 4. I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually concerned here. So I'm going to try it again with Nemotron 3 30B, but I'll use the NVIDIA floating point 4 and actually do a comparison. I'll actually watch this video to see what token speed looks like. It's doable. Just to be clear, like if I were a developer or I was using the system, I'm actually getting the information that I need and it's accurate. You can't really compare it with the frontier models online. Those are operating at thousands of tokens per second, but this is free and it's hosted locally. So we would never have to worry about our information about Tyrannosaurus Rex and elephants being exposed. Anyways, yeah, there's the quick video. Nemotron 3, 30 billion parameters compressed down to 3 billion, mixture of experts.